Well, the show was going good until the ending happened. And I'm still trying to wrap my brain around it as to why! Why? Hello all MRBers and welcome to another wrestling related video with me, Mike McRock, one half of the MRB Wrestling Review Show, and right now I am going to deliver to you the very first review of WWE NXT in 2016. Man, does time ever fly. Let's just get right down to the meat and gritty of this week's episode of NXT, and we kick it off with a promo segment. Now, one thing I like with NXT is that, they change it up. You do a variety. You don't want match without any purpose or reasoning or consequence behind it. You do different things. And one thing I like NXT does, usually from time to time, is that they kick it off with a promo. And we got William Regal back on the show. He gets a warm reception from the crowd. He cuts a promo announcing the main event match of the night, which is an NXT Women's Battle Royal to determine the new number one contender for the Women's Championship. And he also introduces Sami Zayn to the ring. Sami Zayn comes out. He cuts a promo talking about selling out the UK, going there and coming back to Full Sail. There's no place like home. And he also makes a proclamation in becoming the first two-time NXT champion. And he gets interrupted by Samoa Joe. He comes out, he cuts a promo saying that the last time that Samoa Joe was in the ring with Sami Zayn, he had to save his life from Kevin Owens, making a good point there. You have Baron Corbin interrupting. Samoa Joe comes out and says that Sami Zayn has already been there and done that with the title, making a good point. And also that Samoa Joe failed to get the NXT Championship at TakeOver London. Again, good point. So everyone here is making good points, which is one thing I like. They don't beat around the bush. They don't jibber like a 20-minute Raw promo. Nope, they just cut through straight to the point on NXT, which is damn good and fine, if you ask me. And what I like about this, again, it was simple, it was effective, it was straight to the point. And it seems like Baron Corbin has really been improving on the microphone. I mean, I don't know what it is, but it seems like there's a little birdie talking to him backstage about cutting promos, how to deliver, cut a promo, etc. So, you know what? It's working for him. And then, which this leads to, Samoa Joe telling Sami Zayn to know his place. Seems like there's something going on. Maybe NXT wants to develop a feud between the two of them. But before we get that, we get, the whole scambajo where people go everywhere. Baron Corbin attacks Sami Zayn. Sami Zayn gets the last word over Samoa Joe and Baron Corbin. He's the last one in the ring. Then we get the announcement of the triple threat from William Regal later on in the show to determine the number one contender for the NXT Championship. And I will give a rundown who I think should win this match. And I'll start with Sami Zayn, the guy that just returned. And to me, I don't think that Sami Zayn should win this match, because he just came back. It would feel really forced to get him and pushed into that spot again. Now, even though you can make the argument that maybe he never skipped a beat, maybe he's fine, but that's not really a good point, really, to begin with. And I feel like that if Samoa Joe won this match, I don't think it would benefit anyone. And Sami Zayn has already established himself on NXT, and I don't think he really needs the title. And same with Samoa Joe as well. I feel like that Samoa Joe is just there to make other people look really good in the process of his tenure in NXT. And I think that if the next guy in line who should face Finn Balor for the title, it has to be Baron Corbin. I mean, this is the perfect time for Baron Corbin to win this triple threat match. It feels natural in terms of building him back up, getting him back on track as a heel, getting the right kind of heel heat from the crowd. And it feels not forced. Like, if Sami Zayn were to win this match, I'll be like, oh, Christ. They forced him. But if Baron Corbin wins this match, it would feel so good. Because it feels like it is the right time, the perfect time for Baron Corbin to win this match. And he hasn't main evented the TakeOver special yet. He hasn't been in a title match yet. So, in order for him to get ready for this, this is the perfect time. Again, it is a win-win situation for all parties. Make Baron Corbin the #1 contender NXT. Do something smart. Alright, the next segment on the show was an enhancement match. We got, we have Tommaso Ciampa versus Danny Burch in an enhancement match where Tommaso Ciampa goes over. And, I see the potential for a Tommaso Ciampa character, to do something with him big. I don't know what it is yet. I can't put my finger on it, but I see the potential in a Tommaso Ciampa character. NXT should consider, what his character should be, what makes him tick. And, you know what? It's also a new year. It's time to do a new, fresh start. Build up new talent, new fresh faces, and what better way to put over Tommaso Ciampa here? Again, I see the potential, but I don't know exactly what it is NXT is going to go for with him. We get Dash and Dawson versus The Ascension, obviously in a non-title match here, enhancement match, and which is all fine and good for Dash and Dawson to go over, but to me, this was a too easy win for Dash and Dawson. It was one of those matches that NXT wanted to just get out of the way to get to the main event. And with that said, again, it felt a little too easy for Dash and Dawson to win. I wanted more out of the Ascension in this match. But at least the main priority here was to put over the tag team champions. It was just not in the most effective way in an enhancement style of a match. That's just my opinion on that. And then we get to Elias Sampson versus Corey Hollis. Again, an enhancement match for Sampson to go over here. And I actually like this. And what I like about this match was that, to me, this was an improvement from his debut 3 weeks ago. And I feel like if this was his debut, I would be fine with this. I totally would. And I think what really failed in Elias Sampson's debut 3 weeks ago was the fact that Sami Zayn returned on that show, and that would be really completely overshadowed by it. And I think they done better here in this segment. I feel like that NXT is starting to give him a little bit more of a character here. I like the little things that Simpson does to make him stand out, make him feel different, including changing his finishing maneuver from the top elbow drop to this spinning neck breaker-ish kind of maneuver, which is all fine and good. Again, do different things, do different moves, and the way he moves in the ring was a little different. I didn't like that match he had with Paul Dempsey. I really didn't. But with this match, this was more an improvement from his debut. So I think that NXT done a better job this week. I think they realized the mistakes that they made 3 weeks ago with Elias Sampson's match, and they improved on it. They really did. It wasn't great. It wasn't breaking new ground of a new character or anything like that. But it's definitely a start for Elias Sampson, the Drifter. I'd like to see more out of this guy. What makes him tick? What makes him different? And I like that at the end of this, he cut a promo and he said, what this place needs is what I am. And to a character standpoint, I totally agree with him. Which is new fresh faces and new talent to bring up. It's 2016, it's the new year. What did I say earlier? Alright, let's get to the main event on NXT, and here we go. This is for the NXT Women's Battle Royal to determine the #1 contender for the Women's Championship on NXT, which is good. Again, NXT, not skipping a beat here. Just completely going right into it, which is perfect. Which is a good way to start out the year of 2016. And I'll get to the ending in just a bit. The ending. Oh, God. Alright, before I even get to that, Um, I will point out that before this match happened, you got Eva Marie coming out, and then Asuka comes out, and you know, you got Asuka bumping into Eva Marie, and she kind of reacts like, "What the? You just bumped into me," kind of thing. To me, this is setting up what the final two would be. You would think. And alright, what do we got here? Alexa Bliss is in this match, Peyton Royce, Emma, Eva Marie Cameron, Carmella, Billie Kay, the debut of Aaliyah, Liv Morgan. So there's a lot of people in this. No Dana Brooke, which I don't think even Dana Brooke in this match would really affect the outcome. I really don't. But in terms of this match itself, in terms of the Battle Royal and how this was done, oh Christ almighty. Alright, before I even get to that, you have Asuka. It seems like NXT is building Asuka up to either win this match or possibly get eliminated by the last person, that being Eva Marie, which would be the most effective way to end this, but no! But, you know what? I understand that NXT wants to develop a storyline, and what I like about Battle Royals is that I don't just want to see a winner of the Battle Royal. I want to see what NXT could do to potentially build up a new storyline between two different people. And Asuka and Eva Marie, I'm okay with it. But I think this would be better if Eva Marie won this match and not Carmella. Okay, here's the thing about Carmella. I understand that NXT wants to build up new, fresh faces to be the number one contender, to get to that spot, which I get, which I understand completely. But Carmella? What has Carmella done to even get a number one contender spot? I mean, the last time I checked, she lost to Nia Jax, she lost to Emma, almost every enhancement match she lost, almost, and she's also the sidekick to Enzo Amore and Colin Cassidy. What has she done to even get to this spot? And on top of that, the way that Carmella won this match. Good Christ, NXT. I mean, it's one thing where Eva Marie comes out, sneaks up from Asuka, and eliminates her. That's the heel thing. That's what Eva Marie does. She does heel things. But what does Carmella do? She does the heel thing when the fans still cheer for her. She's still a babyface, but yes, she does the heel thing. I don't understand the logic to a character standpoint, what NXT is going for here. I mean, I get it, Bayley and Carmella are road buddies, they're road trip buddies, I get it. But holy Christ, when Carmella won this match, you have Bayley rushing out like Cena and hugging Carmella, and the camera pans to Asuka smiling. And then it goes back to the two of them, Bayley and Carmella, just hugging and then just leaving the ring. This is wrestling, damn it! You're supposed to clothesline her. I like that Corey Graves even applied it here. I mean, that was one thing I wanted. I wanted a heel turn. I wanted something from Carmella here. I wanted to let her get her statement in on Bayley and just beat the crap out of her and just say, you know what, bitch, I'm the number one contender. I get the title shot, and that means I'm coming after you. Really, NXT, really? You're going to end this show on a hug. I mean, I expect this stuff on Raw, but not on NXT, damn it. Do better, NXT. This was the most awkward ending I've seen on NXT. I mean, the show overall. Okay, here's the thing. The show overall just went down the drain when I saw this awkward ending. I mean, the show was going fine. You had the promo segment, which set up to the main event in 2 weeks between Sami Zayn, Samoa Joe, and Baron Corbin. Tommaso Ciampa goes over in his match. Elias Sampson goes over. The tag team champions go over in their enhancement match. The show was going good. And then we get to the Battle Royal in the closing minutes of the Battle Royal. And it just went completely downhill from there. NXT, you get a thumbs down from me for this week's episode. I mean, this is 2016. You want to kick off the new year with something that makes this show stand out. You want to kick off this new year with something big, something huge, something explosive. It doesn't have to be groundbreaking or anything like that. It has to be really good in order to say, you know what, 2016 is going to be a great year. But NXT just didn't do that for me. NXT had to do this awkward ending where Bayley and Carmella are hugging and Alright, my question to you, what are your thoughts about this week's episode of NXT? Whatever they are, feel free to leave those comments right here in the comment section below. And you can also hit that subscribe button down below this video as well to become an MRBer on this wrestling review show.